Chris joins us right now. We should say no thermistor involved in this forecast.
No, these are far from thermistors, or else they would probably be saying it's 100 degrees a little bit later on. And how many times has your dashboard read, hey, it's over 100 degrees, especially when you first started up? Well, we've only hit 100 once so far this year, to put some perspective, and I wouldn't be surprised if your car is sitting in a parking lot, say if you go grocery shopping, it probably will read about 102, even though the actual air temperature only getting to about 95. Further off towards the east, it will be a little bit hotter, and that's why there's a heat advisory where it's a little bit muggier as well, starting in Richmond County for areas off towards the east through Southern Pines. And our heat index is going to get to around 100 degrees. So we're not popping up that dangerous level of 103 to 105 for as much of the area, but still could be very close to that threshold, Wadesboro, Rockingham. So just don't overexert yourself. Listen to what your body's telling you. Our satellite and radar imagery you can see over the last 18 hours was a lot more active yesterday evening. Get ready for that. The rain chances that if you ever look at your phone, you're going to like, oh, it's going to rain 60%. A good portion of the day stays dry. Look what happened yesterday. Most of the day was dry. It was later on in the afternoon the storm started to roll in. So really up to 2 o'clock pretty much each day that I'm going to mention here, you're going to be good to go as far as storms are concerned. You have this one trough that's draped over the area for the time being, but more fronts will start to roll in. Once this cold front passes us tomorrow, the prefrontal boundary is going to bring a severe potential. And I think especially it's the further east that you go, but all of us are going to be under the gun for that. Let's start with rain chance, storm chance number one. I already showed you earlier on the newscast. It's right up here, right around the I-40 corridor and areas off towards the north. That's going to be the highest chance for a severe thunderstorm. Not saying that these bubbling up anytime between about 5 and 7 in Charlotte couldn't be a strong thunderstorm. These will jog into the evening. I think that we have a later storm chance than what we've otherwise had the last few nights. So you might hear some rumble of thunder early on in the morning, and it may be a leftover rain shower come your early morning commute. Tomorrow, our rain potential is much higher. We're going to peak at a level that is in the lower 90s before quickly cooling down from the more cloud cover and rain that we see. But this is the most defined thunderstorm chance that we've had in weeks, and it's also the best chance for a stronger thunderstorm. It's called a bow echo. Whenever you have a cluster of thunderstorms that comes together and starts to form a line and they kink out, as you're starting to see here, that is an indication that, hey, those winds are driving this forward, and it could be a stronger, severe wind gust. That is also becoming a little bit more refined as we work our way into the latter part of the day. So I think it's going to be strongest east of I-77, but really as early as 2 to 4. This is an earlier storm chance. But the good things about these is you can plan around these a little bit better. What we had yesterday, what we're going to have today is really just a luck of the draw if you get a storm or you don't. But all of us can pretty much anticipate some sort of heavier downpour at one point in the afternoon tomorrow. And we'll keep a likely chance for rain for your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Things start to get a little bit better as we head into next week. But why, Chris? The reason why is because of a front. Whenever it's hot and it's humid, even just in the 80s and humid, as long as you have one of these, a trough, a front, a low, to drive up all that moisture, you're going to keep those scattered storm chances. Once this finally leaves us this weekend, and it's very slow, look at how it's just dancing around, that's where we're going to switch things over to a drier forecast compared to an active every day has a chance for storms. But luckily, temperatures are cooling down. Once that front passes us, we're only in the mid-80s Friday and Saturday. The upper 80s, still not a bad consolation prize to end the week and begin next week.